Hey guys! Welcome to the latest episode of SV. Arven woke up after some time. First thing he noticed in his daze was the concerned faces of Ash, Megha and Katie. Second, he noticed the glaring absence of the scarlet beast that was rampaging just before he fell unconscious, and the third he noticed when he checked his phone. A notification stating that an unknown Pokémon has been registered in his Pokédex. Ash, Megha and Katie were looking around the mess in confusion. They had just witnessed a total destruction, and the Pokémon who did it now laid there unconscious. Megha asked Katie about what to do next. As Katie's gym leader mode kicked in, she started ordering him around. She asked Megha to check on Arven and Ash to check on Koraidon. Ash was still shaken up though. It was not the first time Koraidon has lunged on him in absolute rage. It was terrifying. But that was not the reason of Ash's uneasiness. He couldn't help but think about what he could have done better, but there was no time for what ifs right now, as Katie was calling out to him. He went near Koraidon but noticed how a warm aura was surrounding the Pokémon. Katie told him to not go near it but to catch it instead. That caught Ash off guard, as he didn't know if Koraidon would like being caught after what happened right before he passed out. But Katie assured him, saying it's the best option they have right now. There were chances of Koraidon attacking him again after waking up, and she doesn't want to risk it. After Pikachu's insistence, Ash hesitantly took out a Pokeball and threw at Koraidon. But to everyone's surprise except Katie's, the Pokeball exploded, unable to hold the mighty Pokemon's power. Now they started to panic before Katie asked them if they had any Pokeball with superior catch rate. Ash looked confused, but Megha said she saw that Arven had some. Katie gave it some thought before ordering Ash to check out Arven's bag for those Pokeballs. Ash was getting more stressed by each minute with how everything is turning out, but he knew that it's for Koraidon's own safety, and so he did it. He found an Ultra Ball in Arven's bag as he stood up to get Katie's approval. He took a deep breath and threw the Pokeball at Koraidon. The tension was palpable in air as the Ultra Ball hit Koraidon and captured it. It shook for a bit. 1, 2, 3. They all exhaled a breath they didn't realize they were holding, as Koraidon was safely caught in that Ultra Ball. That exact moment they all heard a groan from their behind. Arven had finally woken up as they flogged him. Arven looked around in confusion as his Rotom phone chimed. He checked it and his confusion grew even more. Before his eyes fell on his open bag, horrible realization sunk in as his panic took over. Missing Koraidon, his Ultra Ball laying on the ground, and his Pokédex telling him that an unknown Pokémon had been registered. That can only mean one thing. Pain and anger fled in his mind as he lashed out at Ash, as he screamed at them about what they just did. Katie tried her best to calm him down before Arven himself fell on his knees. A defeated look settling on his face as he let out a pained wail in frustration. Even though he couldn't know any better, still Ash's heart broke at the sight, knowing he did something that hurt his friend so much. He dared to ask Arven the reason of this breakdown. Arven quietly muttered something. The silence was strong enough that Tehi heard it. They all shared the looks as they realized that Arven's mystery is just getting more confusing. Arven pushed Ash away as he asked for some time alone. They let him go cause it's the least they can do for him now. Despite Megha's upbeat personality, she knew about the concept of comfort in loneliness all too well. The uneasiness was still lingering in Ash's mind as he stared at his terror orb that had fallen a bit away. There had to be reason why Koraidon reacts to it that way. Sometimes needing it for comfort and sometimes couldn't even stand its presence. Ash wanted to know what is causing this dilemma in Koraidon and Arven too. Katie caught their attention as she suggested to leave Arven out of this mission altogether. That caught them both off guard as she explained that Arven getting triggered by Koraidon's presence is a liability they can't afford in such a dangerous mission. Especially not when they're this close. Though Ash's counterpoint made even more sense than hers, Arven knew something about Koraidon that nobody else does. They can't force it out of him right now, but keeping him with them is the next best option. Katie finally agrees but offers to tag along with them until they reach the League area, which Ash and Megha wholeheartedly appreciate. So the 19th episode ends here, guys. The next episode is under production right now. I'll make sure to complete it as soon as possible. Follow my Twitter aka X account to get new updates. Be sure to like, share and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so you won't miss my videos. See ya in the next video.